One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, glory. Oh.
So, I know I'm going to cry, so I don't just cry. But,
She's soft.
I think that all of this started, even in elementary. I never would have thought I would graduate from high school starting off. I struggled with reading, I struggled with math, and I just want to thank God for my mother and father. In first grade, my teacher, she never paid attention to me. I was over there by myself, whatever the case may be. And one day, I was told that they were trying to hold me back in school. Another day or so, I remember my parents going into the principal's office, and they had some kind of conference. And I just remember going in there, and they told me to pick who I wanted my second grade teacher to be. At that moment, I realized that there is a God. And then later on in high school, everyone was passing the FK. You all who are from Florida, you all know what the FK is. I never passed the FK. The reading part. I passed the math, I passed the science, but it was the reading that I just didn't understand. I didn't know how to comprehend. I was in intensive reading all my life. So around 12th grade, it was December. This was my second to last chance of taking the FCAT, well, the ACT. So I took the ACT, and when I went in there, I said a prayer. And me, I have ADD. So when everybody else is taking the regular test, I take my test separately from everybody else. So they put me in a room by myself. And I think at that moment, I realized how to comprehend. So when I walked out the test, I was the first one finished. So everyone else who was taking their test, they were still going. And I called my mother and I told her I passed. And she said, "Are you sure? Do you need to go back in there and check your work?" And I said, "No, I passed." And so I remember the day after Christmas, my grandmother, my father, and my mother, they woke me up and they showed me my scores. And I passed the ACT reading.
20.
Okay.
I said with the 20.
With the 20, which is great. So that meant you can apply for college, this, that, and the other third. So when I first applied to FAMU, I didn't get in. My mother never told me. She didn't want to break that to me. But I guess looking around, she found that I could go into FAMU through a CETA program. And so that's the route that I came into FAMU. And I want to thank them because they didn't have to accept me, but they did. And then later on, I just started realizing how things work. So it took me a while to grow, I guess, education-wise. So that's how that happened. But I just thank God because it's been a long, journey. Whew. Still time to go. Y'all, I'm good. I'm just here.
You made it.
Oh, and then this internship, y'all. So I was supposed to be out of school in the summer. Didn't know. Didn't know. I was advised wrong, and then I was self-advising. So I enrolled into 6 or 7 classes thinking I needed them all. And I went to another advisor because I just felt like something was wrong. And the guy that I went to, Will Parker, I don't know if you don't know him, but he was telling me, he was like, all you need is 2 credits to graduate. You should have been out in the summer. And I was saying to myself, really? He was like, you could take a basket weaving class or racquetball or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm going to think about it and I'm going to let you know. As soon as I walked out the door, I ran into an old professor of mine, and they told me they had an internship that they think I would be interested in. So I went to the office, I found out more about the intern, and they signed me up right then and there. They spoke with the dean, because you're not allowed to do an internship unless you're doing it for 6 hours. They brought it down 3 hours so I could do the intern. So I was like, God didn't leave me this far to leave me hanging. So then I called the lady who I was interning for, and she told me to come over there to do an interview. So I stayed on the other side of town, but I went all the way over there to get dressed, whatever, for the interview. When I got there, she said, I got it. I just needed to do a background check, blah, blah, blah. We did all that. So I was good to go. So this whole time I'm doing my internship, I'm thinking I'm doing a really good job. Because to me, if I'm not doing a good job, somebody will tell me that. So later on, my midterm evaluation came. I wish I brought it here for y'all to see it. I was just so hurt. But she just wrote, she just wrote a whole lot of stuff that I didn't agree with. She told me that I wasn't doing my job, I was taking too long, I was too slow. There was a lot of stuff that went on. She gave me all 2s, so the rating was what, 2 to 5, from lowest to highest, and she gave me all 2s. So I just knew I wasn't gonna graduate. I was like, it's not gonna work, da da da. So I cried, I called my mom, dad, brother, all of us prayed together. They wrote me this long response, it was 2 pages to give to my advisor. I gave that to her, I talked to her about it. She said, we'll set up a conference with her, we're gonna discuss what's going on, this, that, the other. So basically the conference never came, but that was fine. And I remember talking to my mom and she was telling me, she said, people want you to give up, but you have to basically let them know that this is for you. God didn't bring you this far to leave you alone. So I told myself, I said, you know, I'm gonna just go in here and do what they want me to do. I'm gonna just take care of what I have to do, and we're gonna see how it turns out at the end. So then my final evaluation came. I know some of y'all probably seen my testimony video, but it came out, I got high scores. She wrote good comments about me, and I was just shocked because the last time it wasn't so good, so I didn't know what to expect this time. So overall, my advisor, she called me, the lady who gave me the internship, and she said, you got a 94 out of this whole internship course. So I just thank God, because I couldn't be here right now if that was happening. But to my friends, thank you all, like, for supporting me, being by me, everything you all said, thank you. I could go on and on about the memories we all had. Gayla, hey, Deja, you know, Squad. Kadarius, we grew up together. Kadarius was my age-bloom coon. Just like he said, me and him were close. Jarrell and Ladarius were closer. But then when I came to FAMU, I started hanging with Ladarius more at first. And me and Ladarius, like, we're on a different level. Like, we just do stuff. And every time we get in trouble, because we don't think before we just do stuff. I went to prime time with Ladarius. I tore my ACL in the club. He was there. But you were there though. You know, we just had good times. It was like, gosh, and then sometimes I got mad at Jarrell, and like when I get mad, I get mad. So I thought Jarrell left and went to Thomasville with my phone and Ladarius' phone. So I said, okay, he wants to take our phone and go. So we like trashed Jarrell's room. We threw his mattress up, threw rice in his room. We had a ball. It was amazing. She said it was amazing. It was. I relieved a lot of stress.
You slowly realize that they're horrible people.
But then when he came home, he was like, y'all know y'all kids was like by the door the whole time. And I was like, oh, well, you might not want to go in your room. He went in that room. He sent pictures to my mom. Y'all. It was crazy. But me and Ladarius, that's just the way that we do things. Prince, oh, my co-chair. Lord have mercy. Oh, that boy. But we had a lot of disagreements, you know. That happens. That's life. But thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there. People thought I was crazy. He told them I wasn't. You know, I was trying to make sure, you know, everybody, you know what I'm saying, because people, you know, people's minds. But thank you for that. Did you listen? When you graduated, it was just like, oh my God, you know, dang. Because I looked up to you, like, you was there. Even in, when we went to the Atlanta Law Forum, we hung out together. And I was just like, oh my God, I like that. So thank you. Bria, we had some arguments, some tough times, 7th grade, you know, but look, we got over it. We here now. And thank you for always being by me. Zia, we came in together. We left together. We shared a crib. You don't think so, but we did. Promise. Not making this up. But that's my cousin. You know, we've been together for 4 years. Zia, you were always quiet, but one thing about it, that was like my nearest cousin, like girl cousin wise. So every time we got together, it was always something. Where it'd be the water park. We grew up playing at the water park. Everything was like Zia, Zia, Zia. And I just thank you for being by my side. Thank you for being my roommate. We live tonight, y'all, we turning up. AK Side, thank y'all for molding her. And my brother, thank you all as well. Mom, Dad, thank you. Mom, thank you. Y'all, because prayer.
We love you.
Thank you.
We love you, Janae.
Uncle Wayne, I still like some Gates. You know, still say that. Auntie Stephanie, thank you. And thank you all for coming.
What about grandma?
Grandma. I didn't forget.
Just skip.
Grandma. Y'all, I love my grandma. Like, these poems,
Spitting them,
she be spitting them.
Probate.
Probate. So, I just, like, that's something, like, I love poems, so when I hear my grandmother say that, it's something, it does something to me. And I just appreciate you for making my mom and auntie go to school so we can go to school, you know, and thank you.
I'm not gonna be able to go.
Wayne.
We know that. You only get a little bit.
So I didn't choose FAMU, and you chose him.
Showed it.
I did not go to FAM, but everything happens for a reason. I didn't really start enjoying FAM until I joined AK, so like in all honesty, I did not enjoy FAM until like I was.
FSU now.
I called FSU. I knew everything it took to get in the place to transfer. I just didn't. I'm gonna just wait it out, and I ended up joining AK side, and that just did it for me. Like I really like, you know, gained some friends. I had a good time. You know, I had a good time, and then you know, then I joined PAD. Shout out to PAD. Did both
Like, yes.
because I wanted to do something great. You know, I just wanted to be great.
Got one more.
You just want to be great.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Got one more.
yeah, it's been a fun 4 years. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not going to miss FAMU. I'm gonna miss it all.
Wow.
I'm not.
No, it's fine.
I'm not an emotional person, you know.
No, yeah, not at all.
So I'm not gonna say I'm happy to leave, but I'm happy that it's over.
I know that's right.
I'm just happy it's over.
Well,
And,
And I want to thank my mom for calling me, saying put money in my bank.
yes, and I would like to thank my mother for preparing me to get into college. Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. You know, shout out to everybody that came through and helped.
All right.